My report for today is all about myctopiforms. The myctopiforms are an order of ray fin fishes consisting of two families of deep sea marine fish, most notably the highly abundant lanternfishes. The two families are the Myctopidae and Neoscopelidae. Neoscopelidae contain 6 species in 3 genera, while the bulk of the family belongs to the Myctopidae, with over 30 genera and some 252 species. These smallish fishes inhabit the pelagic and bentopelagic zones of the deep sea. They are laterally compressed and usually have photophores-like organs. The eyes are large in round, decidedly huge, and generally directed straight sideways. The mouth also quite large and located at the tip of the snout. Its gape extends to below the eyes or even beyond. They have an adipose fin. The pelvic fin has 8 rays in most myctopiforms, and the number of branchiostegal rays is usually higher than 6 and lower than 12. The evolution and systematics. The earliest fossil records for the family Myctopidae are reported from the Miocene epochs of the upper Tertiary period approximately. The present order has undergone a number of taxonomic modifications throughout the years. Until roughly 1940, Neoscopelids were regarded as subfamily under the Myctopidae. Both were declassified as members of the Myctopiforms order, two suborders including 15 families, which was established in 1911. In the mid-1960s, a comprehensive systematic review of extant teleo species moved the Myctopiforms as a suborder within Salmoniforms. The original Chrismex account of Myctophids but put them in that order, but this garnered little support. Characteristics and physical of Myctopiforms. Myctophids and Neoscopelids are both little fishes, with the biggest species in both families being little more than 11.8 inches or 300 millimeters in length, measured from tip of the snout to base of tail. Most Myctopid species are substantially smaller, with maximum sizes of less than 3.1 in 8 or 80 millimeter. There are many light-producing organs known as photophores that cover the body, are perhaps the most distinguishing feature of most species in both families. The photophores are focused on the head as well as the lower sides and ventral belly area. Each species photophores are grouped in a manner that is unique to it. In addition to photophores, several myctophid species have luminous scales and glands in certain areas. The glands and photophores produce light as a consequence of a chemical oxidation reaction that may be activated and regulated by the neurological system of the animal. Across genera and species, both families have two distinct body morphologies. The first is a strong, well-muscled body, whereas the second is a watery, flabby body with underdeveloped bones and muscles. These physical types are thought to have something to do with vertical distribution and behaviors. The fins rays are completely soft in all species. There is an adipose fin. Pelvic fins are located in front of the body, mid-body. Generally, under the single dorsal fin, the length of pectoral fins varies greatly between taxa, but they are all linked to the lowest portion of the body. The pectorals of Neoscopelids and some Myctophid species are long and sweeping, stretching almost the whole length of the body. In certain species, but the pectorals of a number of soft bodies, Plampanictus species are so tiny and fragile that they are nearly imperceptible. The bodies are completely covered with deciduous scales that are cycloid, smooth in most species. However, cyanoid, small tooth-like features scales are seen in a few genera, most notably Myctophilum. When a fish is struck by an item such as a net, submersible, or predator, the scales blow off the body in a dazzling cloud. The distribution of Neoscopelid species are mostly found in tropical and subtropical deep seas. Two of the three genera have members in all three oceans, while the monotypic genus Solivomer has only been discovered in deep seas of the Philippines. In environment, both Neoscopelids and Myctophids are oceanic, meaning they prefer to live in seas beyond the continental shelf edge. Adults or both groups live largely in the mesopelagic zone, generally between 660 and 3,330 feet deep, or, or 200 and 1,000 meter. Some species Scopelids, Tristis in the Neoscopelidae, and Altanichis species in the Myctophidae have been found to extend into the upper bathypelagic, perhaps to a depth of 3,960 feet. Several Neoscopelid and Myctophid species are considered to be bentopelagic or to become bentopelagic at some time in their lifetimes, spending part of their life cycle close but not in touch with the sea. The vertical migration is one of the most prominent behaviors found in many mesopelagic animals, particularly Myctophid fishes. All Myctophid species, with the exception of the deep mesopelagic genus Tanichitis, travel from mesopelagic depths to relatively shallow epelagic waters at night. In reality, a variety of species may be caught with a deep net from the very beginning. They do this to feed and deposit their eggs in shallower surface waters with more food, generally above 330 feet or 100 meters. Transition from daylight to nighttime depths and vice versa is expected to take roughly 2 hours for each species population. And for the ecological and dietary feeding, the particular eating habits of Neoscopelids, like other elements of their biology, remain unclear. Myctophids have long been thought of being opportunistic feeders who eat a variety of tiny crustacean zooplankton. While it is true that most all Myctophid species are crustacean zooplanktivores, a few in-depth investigations have revealed that Myctophids have a high degree of size and species selectivity. Whole prey are devoured. Biology of reproduction Neoscopelids are thought to be dioecious, although nothing more is known about their reproductive behaviors. For the summary, Myctophiforms, lanternfishes, are occurs in marine biodiversity, and their head and body compress lateral, dorsolateral in the Myctophid. Hyrax mouth, usually large, and terminal adipose fin. Proceed usually 8 pelvic fin rays, usually 7 to 11 branchiostegal rays. All are deep sea pelagic and bentopelagic fishes. And the families are Myctophidae and Neoscopelidae.